Nothing of value, nothing of substance to report today. Watched a wrestling pay-per-view, which was nice. Watched some Star Trek with my kid. That kind of seems to be our thing. I think it's always nice to watch Star Trek with my family, especially particular episodes. See, I grew up on Star Trek. I watched it with my father when I was a kid. What's funny is, by the time I got into Star Trek with him, we were watching like Captain Kirk, the original stuff. They were long since canceled, and it was just in syndication. Of course, I didn't know nothing about that at the time. I was just a kid. And you fast forward to like the 80s when they did Star Trek The Next Generation, and man, I was hyped. Like, yeah, more Star Trek. And it gave me and my father something else to watch. And eventually they did Deep Space Nine, they did Voyager, and then that piece of crap Enterprise, but whatever. But at the heart of it was Star Trek. I get to watch Star Trek with my dad. So imagine my joy when my son took an interest in Star Trek. Here's this thing that I used to do with my dad that I can now do with my son. And I used to try to watch it with Asia, and she wouldn't really be into it. And you know how when somebody watches something and they're just watching it because they know you like it, but they don't really care. That's where she was. Then we got to a point where she was like, she could tolerate it and understood it. Then it got to a point that, she liked it and was like into it. And for me, that was a big deal, because I don't know, it's the idea of this was something that I did with my dad that I can do with my son, and I can do it with my family. I don't have to limit the things that I like, and I can share these memories of my childhood, and just things I used to do with my father I can do with my family, and it means a lot. So while I can do a video and say there's nothing to report, I always get a personal thrill out of being able to do that with my family. I feel like I say that a lot, but just because I say it a lot don't make it not true. I mean, that's just how I feel.